Alright guys, I was trying really hard to get through this right side, and unfortunately the beginning of this Hulkling against Onslaught fight was cut off. I don't know if it got deleted, but this was my first run through the, my first run against this particular Onslaught here, where, and this, I do not get a solo on this one, but it's definitely possible. This was only a rank 4 6-star Hulkling. What I ended up doing is I realized I didn't actually need for myself, I didn't need the final 2 points after doing 4 objectives on the left side. I only needed to complete the right side and do one of the 2 objectives. So I just stuck Cosmic Champions on there. The only objective I will not have at the moment is the 2017, 18, 19, and 20 champions. So I might go ahead and run back in and see what champions I could do. You could use those champions with Cosmic and Tech. That was my initial thought, but then I just wanted to get through it, and there was a chance for me to get a Titan Crystal at the end. So I just went in here with Hulkling, and even though I get clapped a bunch of times, I get a really good run. My special 1 evade was on point. At least it's the first fight, so you can practice it a whole bunch of times. Hulkling is very good, and the Serpent is really good for this as well. I used a combination. This run is Hulkling, Serpent, and Hercules, just abusing Hercules. So technically this run, if you were to do it on the right side, would get you 3 objectives. The Serpent would give you a Clarity Champion, I believe, and then you have all of them are 2021, 2, 3, or 4 champions and Cosmic Tech. So you could get 3 objectives from this run on the right-hand side. And if you are Valiant, and I'm not sure if it's Paragon also, but if you're Valiant, if you had a chance and you've done all the objectives so far, you are going to end up with 1 extra point. So just unless you really need that 200,000 gold that you get from completing the objective, I just went in and just wanted to get, I got to my max objectives just by doing the run with just the Cosmic Tech objective after doing 4 objectives on the other side. So here, again, I did pretty well, I think, against this Onslaught. You have to be careful of, obviously, the Power Sting. If you block him at any point, he is going to put a Daunted on you, and then you're not going to be able to get any willpower healing. If you can get willpower healing, then you can willpower up a little bit from the Power Stings. And again, I do have some runs against Onslaught. All these champions, I have the original Spring of Sorrow fights in the playlist saved on the channel. And but here, I think I end up, I get clipped at the end here, and eventually you die. But it's fine. I didn't get a solo. Wish I could have had a solo. Went in with the Serpent, and he was able to finish this fight off for me. He's only rank 2, and then obviously fingers crossed that we can potentially dupe him with a Titan Crystal after the run. So I'm also trying to save up to rank 3 Serpent as well. If I can get him duped, then it'll be an easy choice. So here again, we're just going to go ahead, evade, try and evade the special one, try and avoid parrying. Unfortunately, he intercepts me right there. I go back in. I'm going to try. If you get a Power Sting on you, you can transfer it back onto Onslaught by throwing an intercept, or you just end up taking some willpower healing and just wait for that Power Sting to disappear. And then I can go ahead, for example, here and throw my special 3. I also, the Gwenpool fight on this run is missing. I don't know what happened. It was, I think I ended up getting hit in the face with Herc, and then finished off with Serpent. But in the previous run that I posted, it's a pretty straightforward fight once you get used to the reverse controls, or cycling between reverse controls. So unfortunately, that's not there. I'm sorry for missing some of the information on this run, but the annoying fights are definitely Onslaught, Annihilus, and then I'll show you how I just brute forced through Jessica Jones. There's definitely a way to do it much cleaner than I did, but then again, sometimes I don't have all day to go for itemless runs or reviveless runs. I'm going to use the revives I have sitting in overflow, and I'm not going to think twice about it. You know, it's not so bad. That's what revives and potions are for. So we do end up getting this Onslaught down. Again, just practicing that special one evade. I cannot do the dash in and count, like where you can counter him afterwards, where you dash in after like the third part of the or like the third part of his beam. So like 1, 2, then maybe you dash in after 2, and then you dash in after like the third one, and then before the fourth, then you can evade the fourth one like close and attack in. I can't do it. You can look up the other guys who can. It is not one of the things I'm going to do, and it didn't stop me from getting through this fight. So unfortunately, I get hit right there, but I get a nice little intercept, throw my special 3, and I believe that is enough to take him out. And then for Annihilus, the Serpent is incredible. He can basically heal up from the debuffs he puts on you the entire fight. I did this one also during the Spring of Sorrow week. I'm going to fast forward through this one. If you want the full breakdown, I would go to my Spring of Sorrow playlist. You can see the fight there. But I really, even if you don't know how to play the Serpent that well, the main thing to know is that he only gets like 2 buffs normally. So when he gets his power gain, that's when he's going to be able to do damage. You can see there I threw that special 1, and I didn't do any damage. The only thing you have to remember is block the end of Annihilus' special 1, and you are good to go. And this one here, even though I got hit a million times, I just kept getting willpower healing, and the Serpent is just extremely tanky. There I took like a combo to the face. Still not doing any damage on my specials because I need to get the power gain. Now when the power gain is up and I have enough buffs, then I can finally do some damage. He does ramp up throughout the fight, and he just starts hitting so much harder near the end. And again, even if you have a Serpent like a 6-star boost up, or even if you have a max one, go in. He is just absolutely nuts. Especially for this fight, you can see I'm getting hit everywhere. I'm losing health, and I'm just going to heal right back up almost to full by the end of the fight. So I'm going to fast forward this one. Again, if you want another breakdown of it, head over to the Spring of Sorrow playlist. But for now, I'm just going to let the music play out. And again, I'm sorry that I don't have the Gwenpool fight. It really was not anything super exciting. If you saw it on my previous run, it's pretty much the same thing, just with either Hercules or Serpent or Hulkling. Any one of them can go in and have no problem against Gwenpool. And then I'll show you what I ended up learning about the Jessica Jones boss that I kind of avoided on my first run with Shang-Chi. So we'll see you at the Jessica Jones boss. All right, now we are at the Jessica Jones boss. We start off with Serpent. I think I died with Hercules against Gwenpool, finished off with the Serpent. So I've got Serpent ready to go for this Jessica Jones boss. The main thing that I avoided completely by using Shang-Chi and his slow is that there is a mechanic in this fight that if you can counter Jessica Jones' special, then you get a buff that'll allow you to bypass. It's a grit buff on the top left, that pink timer there. It allows you to treat unstoppable as if it's not there. It's basically an internal, it's like a slow. But you need to counter her specials in order to do it. So here, that special 2 at that uppercut, when you dash in, then it triggers and you get that grit passive and you are able to attack in as if that unstoppable is not there, but it only lasts for a little bit of time. And unfortunately, that special one, especially from distance, I am not good at countering that. And even a few times where I did try to counter the special one, the grit buff did not, passive did not trigger. So pushing her to special 2 was definitely the easier for me of the 2 specials to counter in order to get that grit passive. And then at the same time, when you're focusing on that, you're not focusing on the protections. So like right now, I've got like 2 protections up and I need to do a medium ending combo, a heavy or a special in order to start removing those. I get stuck in the corner here. I use a striker to get out, and you can see I'm not doing a ton of damage because of those protections as well. And I end up having a decent run here, I guess, but nothing close to the Shang-Chi solo here. But I am just going to go ahead and brute force it with Hercules. I think I end up using, we bring in Hercules, and then I think I used 2 more revives, 2 or 3 revives total on the run. So nothing crazy, but Hercules just ended up brute forcing it for me. I didn't play particularly well with him. I actually probably played better with this Serpent fight, and I probably should have healed him up and gone in. But Hercules, just because of his immortality, I was able to get in a few extra hits. But again, I was just trying to push special 2. And unfortunately there I mess up with my special 2 there, and I die. I bring in Hercules a couple times, and he is able to, I think I bring him in here, and then I revive 2 more times in order to get down Jessica Jones. But that's the main thing here. If you can push her to a special 2, and you can counter it, you can see there I did get the counter on the special 1, so I was close enough that I was able to do it. But I think those first 2 times they worked, but there were a couple times where if you're too far away, then it didn't trigger the grit passive when I tried to dash in. Unfortunately there, I also tried to go for an intercept that didn't work at all, and now the grit passive is gone, and I am going to get wrecked. So you can watch me get wrecked the rest of this fight, and then I'll meet you at the end. I do have a crystal opening that we can do after we finish this Jessica Jones. All right, guys, now we're done. Definitely not the cleanest of runs, and and I'm sorry again for missing some of the footage at the beginning of that Onslaught fight and the Gwenpool fight. It was a busy night last night trying to get all this stuff done on the first day. And you can see there, I was able to get that one last objective, plus the point did give me all 24 points in the objectives, so I can get my last 10,000 Titan shards, and I do pick up, I think I just picked a Science Catalyst there just to even them out my tier 6, and then I'm going to go and open up one Titan. The Titan I got on my junior account was a Luke Cage, which was not great, and I recently opened another Incursion 7-star on the junior account, and it was a Ronin for like the 4th time, so that was annoying. So I was looking for some luck from this Titan Crystal after wasting a few revives there, not even playing particularly well, and we get the Serpent dupe. I was absolutely ecstatic. Immediately took this guy up to rank 3, and I was just over the moon. You can see that I've got the here's a picture with all the catalysts ready to go, and then I took him to rank 3 shortly after this. So good luck, guys. Hope the tips helped. See you in the next one. Bye bye.